1959 Rover 100, the 2.66 litre 6-cylinder manual car. This one, it is the Rover 100, is the bigger one. Right, bodyweight wise, we'll start off the bonnet, work our way around onto the interior, and then we'll go for cold engine startup. Nice and straight up the bonnet itself. We've got a little bit of paint flake there off the on the chrome trim up the centre of the bonnet, but it's all nice and straight. And again, a little bit flat on the right hand side of the bonnet there, with a few little stone chips and touch-ins. Left hand side, all nice and tight, nice and shiny, with some very light flattening marks in it where it's obviously been flattened at some point in its life and just dropped back a little bit once a bit of a polish in places, but nice and presentable, nice and straight. A few little bits of imperfections in the paintwork itself. As we come down onto the left hand side wing front, the top there, nice and tidy, no cracks in the lights there, all nice and straight on there, but again a bit flat in the paint down on the lower half between the lights, which you can see there. Is some slightly heavier pitting to the chrome work on the front bumper. Up onto the right hand side, and just underneath the side light there, where the two-tone line is, you'll see there's a little bit of paint flake under the light, and again a little bit of flatness to the paint just on the front edge there. And again down here on the left hand side, with a little bit of bubbling on the infill for the bumper, just on the lower half there on both sides. As we come round the right hand side, I will learn the lesson right at some point, onto the driver's wing top. Again, a few bits of imperfections in the paint, the odd bit of silicone here and there. A little bit of corrosion just on the back side of the aerial. The rest of the wing's all okay, with again the odd little imperfection in the paint around that front wing, on a little bit of a run there and a little bit of a sink in the paint on the arch itself. Corrosion wise, nice and straight around the lip on the arch. A nice sharp lip all the way around the inside, with some corrosion starting on the bottom of the driver's front wing there. You've got your green hubcaps, steel wheels with the chrome hubcaps and surrounds there. Bit of corrosion there, and as you come to the driver's door, we've got some cracking in the paint towards the front edge where it meets the wing. And again, various marks in the paint here and there on the wing, but overall quite presentable, this one. Two-tone lines all okay along the chrome trim, and again various touch-ins here and there on the top of the driver's door, with a few bits of cracking and some scratching to the paint. Across the roof itself, we've got some very small micro blisters in the paint there, which you can see. The camera picks them up in the right sort of shine, and some cracking in the paint towards the centre of the roof itself, which you can't see. And again, where it's been, bits of dust have been flattened out, it could do with the polish just to bring the shine back to that there. Onto the rear door, right hand side, a little bit of cracking by the handle and some pitting to the brightwork on the handles there. A bit of corrosion just starting on the lower section of the door. And as you work your way back onto the rear arch on the right hand side, you'll see we've got some corrosion and some cracking there on the rear right hand side quarter wheel arch. And again, a few more bits towards the back edge of the bumper. As we come up and across the top of the rear on the side there, you'll see a few little bits of cracking in the paint. No heavy corrosion underneath the rear window at all nice and tidy around corrosion wise, but again some light cracking in the paint there across the rear scuttle. Across the boot lid itself, a little bit of flat in places, but overall nice and presentable, this one. Does need a little bit of paint work and a good bit of polish here and there, but it is the 100, it is the bigger one, the straight six. Rear lights nice and tidy on both sides, with some very light pitting to the rear bumper there, and a little bit of moisture underneath the chrome there on the bumper on the rear. As we come round the left hand side, you'll see around the fuel filler cap we've got some corrosion on that lower half section against the seam there, and around the arch again various bits of bubbling in various stages of corrosion on the bottom half of that rear arch. As you come up the back of the door, obviously suicide door, so this is the back edge of the door, bit of paint flake there between the two body panels. The rest of the door's all okay, with some very light paint flake and a little bit of bubbling down the lower half. As we work our way forward onto the passenger front door, again all okay on the door itself. Bit of wear to the top, some paint flake and some marks, and a little bit of bubbling on the lower half section across the bottom onto the front left hand wing again, where we have got some more corrosion. Around the wing itself, it's all okay. A little bit of crazing at the front there and various bits and pieces in the paint itself. Interior wise, you'll notice they've kept it in the Rover family, but they have changed the front seats, and you'll know that they are Range Rover P38 front seats on both sides. Actually, I know it's a bit of a funny choice, but they're very comfortable, and it sort of makes sense when you're sitting in it, really. So it's out of a later one with the 6-bar seats there. No rips or tears, but a little bit of wear at the lower half section, a little bit of wear on the bottom there, no rips or tears, but a bit of discoloration. Nice dark green carpet set throughout there. Door card itself's all nice and tidy. The carpet bit does unstick a little bit, but it sticks straight back on. Headlining's nice and clean in here. Nice and tidy across the dashboard with no cracking at all nice and straight and presentable across the dashboard. Really, really nice with a dark green carpet set. This is the driver's rear, again, nice and tidy on the door card. Armrest is all good, no rips or tears. The rear seat has obviously been repainted at some point. You can tell it's had some paintwork on the rear bench at some point in its life. As you go around onto the boot now, nice and tidy in the boot with a big rubber mat. We've got some spare green vinyl there, spare tyre as well. Onto the left-hand side rear, all the doors open as they should, nice and easy to open. Nice and tidy again on the door card with no rips or tears. The bench on the left-hand side, you can see it's had a few filler repairs there, and it has been painted. It has got quite a shine to it on that one. As we go around onto the left-hand side, passenger door card. Lovely and tidy on the door card, armrest is all good. I think I took the spare vinyl for that is definitely the same colour as the vinyl that's in the boot. Again, that P38 front seat on the passenger side all matching. Nice and tidy on there, no rips or tears. A little bit of wear at the bolster, but that looks about right. And again, gorgeous dark green carpet set. Onto the engine bay now. Like I say, it's the 6-cylinder one. I've said that a couple of times in this video, we get sick of me saying that, but James is going to fire the knife. It starts on the button, this car. On the button, normally, I put it under pressure there. Little bit of choke, it's on cold start up. She does fire up, that was user error there, 100%. Nice and tidy on the click over, a little bit of choke on there. Yeah, no, I said it was user error. He's in training, so please bear with us. I'm going to try to teach him how to start the car. Tick it over nice and happy with the choke on. It's cold start up this one. No problems at all there. And there you have it. The very, very usable and practical Rover 100 straight 6 engine in that one. Lovely, lovely looking thing. That a little bit of work here and there, but quite presentable as it is, that one.